I would imagine almost all of you have either testified in municipal court or gotten tickets and been sent to municipal court or complained about a dog or something else in municipal court. And many of you have made the mistake, no doubt, of thinking, oh, Superior Court and municipal court are the same thing. They're as completely different as you can imagine. The purpose behind my course is the first time I taught it, I'm sitting in the classroom, and I asked a bunch of cops, about as many as you, and I go, who's testified before? Blah, blah, blah. We went through all that crap. Then who's got 5 years? Who's got 10 years? And we had a guy in the back of the room who is now a long retired sergeant from Trenton. 25 years on the force in Trenton. He's never been in Superior Court, including grand jury. How long can you go without yourself being a victim of a serious crime in Trenton? How is that possible? How could you not witness a crime in front of you in Trenton 25 years as a foot patrol officer? He wasn't in a building. He wasn't administrative. He wasn't even in a car. He was foot patrol for 25 years. The chances of getting hit by a flying body are higher. They necessarily dictate that you would have to be in Superior Court. He was never there, never been in grand jury. So I think what he did was he spent his 25 years always working with a rookie, because we all know the rookie writes. The general rule is the guy who drives, the other guy writes. Well, we all know that gets changed when you're with a rookie. The rookie writes. So I think every year he requested a rookie, so he never wrote. So if you go through the annals of time, he will be the other witness in about 10,000 reports, but his name is never on the bottom. So how do I deal with a guy like that? Well, I get him in my office. Time-wise, it's pretty simple. If in a simple drug case, I have luxury, I got 2 hours. Generally speaking, I got 1. Why? Because your partner is at the door as Joe is standing near the door. Your partner's doing this to me. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Why? Big job going? No. Double park? No, no, no. He's got to go pick up his dry cleaning before 12 noon, because after 12 noon it goes up 30% in cost and he doesn't get the police officer discount. Whatever the heck that is, there's always a partner at my door tapping his watch saying, go, go, go. So I got about an hour. Out of the hour, when you walk in and you're completely cold and you have no idea what I am or what I do, it takes me 20 minutes to tell you who I am, what I do, and what's expected of you. And we haven't even gotten to the facts. If you haven't read your report or I haven't read it, that's another 20 minutes on the simplest case. So after that, I have 10 to 15 minutes before you start staring at the ceiling and I start staring at my shoes, telling you how we're going to win this case. So I got tired of doing that, so I designed the course, and over the last 15 years or so, we started doing it on a regular basis so the rookies would learn. Problem is, we get all detectives. So if you guys don't already know this, you can sleep better tonight. But the guys who you know that don't know this stuff, tell them, and maybe they won't sleep so well because they don't know what they're about to face. That's the reason behind it. To avoid the common pitfalls of cross-examination, to retain some shred of dignity from a very difficult process. One of the most interesting things that I found through my career is police officers will very often leave the stand and they'll think they're untouched. They'll literally come up to me in a break or afterwards they'll call me and say, man, I got that guy, I stuck him good, didn't touch me. Well, it's just like a heavyweight fight, or if you watch MMA at all, sometimes the shots that knock you out, you don't even feel. You just go down. Or at the end of the fight, when you lose on points, 10-1, 10-1, 10-1, you're going, I don't understand. The best defense attorneys in the world do not knock you out. They do not argue with you. They do not make you look like a fool unless they have to. The best guys in the world just cut you to ribbons. Very slightly here, a nick there, a nick there, a nick here. And then during closing, which you do not see, that is when they pull the string, all the stitches come out, and you bleed to death in front of the jury. That's the best. Okay? You guys don't see that. So many times you guys leave the courthouse or the courtroom and you think, man, we gotta win. There's no way I could lose. We lose in 5 minutes, and then you're on the phone with me saying, what the hell happened? How did you lose that case? The guy never touched me. Well, as I said, the best guys, you never feel them. This is how we're going to do it. We get lectures by me, case preparation, effective techniques of direct examination and cross-examination. We're going to go into those. This is one of the most important things you can do. I said, come on down. The importance of the first meeting and the first impressions are important as always, because when you, as either detectives or police officers or whatever, come in, I am the key to the success of your case. If I am an idiot, you will lose. If I am good, then your case stands a very good chance of winning. But if I'm incompetent or an idiot, we've got a problem. It's probably a bigger problem than if you're an idiot. Because if you're an idiot, at least you can be honest, and I can try to work your facts and get them out as cleanly as I can. But if I'm not capable of taking even the best witness in the world and presenting it intelligently, then we're both screwed. We're both going to lose that case. So it's important for you to come and meet who I am, because there are, I don't know how many, maybe 500, 600 versions of me throughout the state assistant prosecutors. There's a trillion municipal court prosecutors. They change every 3 months. They're always substituting in and out. But prosecutors, particularly career prosecutors, there's still hundreds of us. We are all completely different. Unlike police officers whose roles, depending on where you are and what you do, your roles are defined. Your responsibilities are very clear. Your personalities may or may not affect how you do it. But by and large, you guys are fit into a mold of responsibilities and what to do and not to do. Prosecutors don't fit into any molds. You have prosecutors that can speak, prosecutors that cannot speak. That sounds ridiculous. Only because the lectures you hear are by prosecutors who can speak. If I were to ask any single one of you to come up here and tell us about your last vacation for 5 minutes, none of you could do it without laughing, staring at your feet, staring at the ceiling, forgetting where you were last summer, making material mistakes as to who you were with, and you're not even being asked questions. None of you would be able to speak in unbroken sentences unless you're public speakers, which very few police officers are. Very few people anywhere are public speakers. And the reason I bring that up is your case is going to be materially affected by how well I do. I have to do an opening. When I do my opening, I explain your case. Some people say, oh, it doesn't matter what the prosecutor says. I don't believe that, because I have to tell the jury what's going on, what to expect from you. I have to be able to articulate what you're going to try to tell them. When I do that effectively, then you take the stand and they know what you're talking about. When I don't do that effectively, they have no idea who the hell you are. If I ask stupid questions or questions that are out of order, or I don't listen to you, then your testimony means nothing, because no one understands it. You can be as honest and the case can be as strong as you want it to be. But unless the prosecutor himself or herself is articulate enough to get your story across, it doesn't matter. So you've got to meet this prosecutor. Meet in the suits. Just went over the fact that all prosecutors are different, materially different. When you go in, it also allows you the opportunity to plan how you want to present this case. I get a lot of my information from you guys. You guys come in and tell me this guy's an idiot, he's a smart ass, he's a punk, he's a manipulator, he's this, he's that. Tell me a lot of information that I'll never know, because believe it or not, the exposure that I have to your defendant is about 30 seconds during a bail hearing, and he's not allowed to talk generally. So I don't know whether he's an idiot or not. I don't know whether he's smart or not. When you guys come into me, you can tell me, hey, I've met this guy 1,000 times, I've seen him on the street, he's an idiot, he's a smart ass, he's this, he's that, he's got a bad temper. I can take advantage of all of his shortcomings in presenting the case.